now moving forward in this game. That last drive is going to pay big dividends.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out. It's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big runs.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Direct snap. Oh, look out! And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And on 2nd down for this offense. Handoff to the single back. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Looking to the big tight end. He's got him, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. With jet sweep pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense to be.
Oh, look out, there he goes! Smashes through the tackle. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Setting up the screen. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking for room, it's Cole. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Snap it to the back. Tackle is made after the first down. Stanford wants to push the pace. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Quarterback checking off. They'll go to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies, 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Quarterback will keep it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Weeks. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And he's running in the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cougar!
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field. Treat him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job.
Off he goes. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. Looking for a huge play. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
Stanford comes up with a first and goal. Snap in the shotgun. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cardinal. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Arizona State somehow, some way, found a way there in Tempe and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires and picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This offense has a 2nd down play. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. They're going to throw it again. Unleashes one deep. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Weeks. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better. Makes the grab on the right. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, BYU!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He tries to take the top off. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the ball is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cougars.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Offense set on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Stanford quickly to the line. Off play action on first down. Gonna take a shot. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, he's are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The give to the single back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Stanford will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Weeks. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Nolan. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Afterburners coming. Touchdown, BYU! And the comeback is on. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And, man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Stanford wants to push the pace. Off play action. They get to him as he throws. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll start this drive firing. Grab near the sticks. It's Cole. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Touch pass on the run. Crosses the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Stanford! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Weeks. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
This quarterback is so lucky that ball wasn't picked off. Of course, he threw a pick on the last drive, and this one the defender dropped. This quarterback's got to get his act together.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. On the run, it's Jackson. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, on offense, you have got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
This BYU offense set up with another first down. He's going to pass. Makes his connection. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Across the 35. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting. Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Touchdown, Cougars! And here they come, almost all the way back. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
42, BYU, 35.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. wanted to go with it but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, well, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got some room to run. Touchdown, BYU! How about that D coming up with a play like that? This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cougars. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score BYU 49, Stanford 42.
They're lining up to boot it away.
Number 18, set to kick it away.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. On the ground at the 20. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. To throw, it's Newton. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll go with a direct snap. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch it, you just have to go execute.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Newton. They'll run the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pulls it in. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. If you're getting 5+ yards, that is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
On the ground, it's Cole. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
He's brought down at the 6.
And they'll spread receivers all over the field, 5 wide on 2nd and goal. Calls his own number. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Stanford quickly to the line. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. He's got it. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. Stop short of the marker, and they stop for this defense, and they get the ball back.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down, Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quickly out to the tight end. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Lets it fly. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He's got it inside the 40. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
Yeah, and I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last one. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. The run from the shotgun. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. They're going to ride this running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards. Make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off. Get some positive yards. Go on to the next play.
Back to pass, it's Newton. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. They got to go fast. Just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Will they try to win it here or be content to play for overtime? He's back to throw on 2nd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
On 3rd down, going up top. It's complete on the right side. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. He's looking to throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play.
And in this offense, you know as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On the ground, it's Jackson. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Timeout called by the defense and 15 seconds to go in this one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final second. That last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. Now to see if they can cover the kickoff and keep them out of field goal range. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. To the air on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, Dave, and that's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they had.